Yeah. You're like, I could try different. Try new things.
Yeah.
So here we are.
We're doing this?
It's live. We're live.
That's the best.
Everything's live.
How am I going to... 1, 6.
So when we call chords for the worship team, so each chord has a letter name, right? And it's like if we're in the key of G, lots of times like the chorus chord progression will be C, G, D, E minor. But we can also do those as numbers, right? And so if we're in the key of G, G is 1, C is 4, D is 5, and E minor is 6. And if I only have one hand to give them the chord, I do 6.
That's 6.
Yeah. So I would go... yeah.
Something like that, right?
16! I don't know. Maybe there's a better way in sign language.
Yeah.
But I haven't learned...
Very true.
I haven't learned sign language. So...
Man.
Here we are,
16.
Church Chats, episode 16.
Dude, this is incredible. I'm going to post this
Sweet
video.
16.
Sweet 16.
Let's go.
No. Do you remember that show on MTV back in the day?
Mm-mm.
They would do like a super...
Oh, yeah.
Really
they do like a ridiculous party.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a very spoiled 16-year-old. Yes, I do remember.
Colin will say, I spoil my girls, but I will never do... Like, they do like helicopters to the party with
like
a live
their
pony.
brand new Mercedes-Benz.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like... Okay.
I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes. I'm like, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not getting happy watching this show. Sweet 16.
Wow. No, I definitely
flies.
cannot relate to that at all.
Yeah,
I don't even know what I did for my 16th birthday. I didn't get my driver's license until I was 18, so that wasn't even the thing. So that I wasn't gifted a car or anything like that.
So I actually do remember exactly what I did on my 16th birthday.
What was it?
And it's so ironic, so funny, because I just went to, literally 45 minutes ago, I just went to the same exact place. I was turned 16. I went to Chick-fil-A for dinner.
Praise God. That's
Absolutely.
the Lord's chicken.
Yes.
And it is good. Delectable.
I've been praising the Lord's chicken for 24 years almost now. So there we go. Chick-fil-A dinner, and I walked to there was right across the street used to be a movie theater, AMC movie theater. My 16th birthday, I walked in there and put my application in. I'm like, I'm 16, I can work now.
Come on.
I want a job. I want to earn
a
a
dream
living.
of mine to work at the movie theater. I was such a movie buff growing up. I wanted to work in the theater, and I just I never did it.
Like everyone was doing like fun stuff. I was like, I want to eat the Lord's chicken and get a job. And I've never turned back. And that's my life.
That's why you're a hardworking man.
Never turned back.
How did that get instilled in you?
It's
like, I'm going to work. I'm a teenager.
Yeah. I honestly don't know. I just think,
Is it the freedom, you think? Or
I don't know. Just always inspired to do more or want more or build. Yeah. I love building.
Yeah.
And growing whatever I'm trying to achieve and earn and whatever it is.
Yeah.
If it's a brand, a podcast, a beautiful family, my faith, right? Just always trying to build and build and build. So I think I knew it's like, back in the day, it was so obvious. You're 16. It's like, if I'm going to build or if I want, I have to earn.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's start.
Sick.
So it's that.
Come on.
So this is going to be, I say this all the time, and I do feel like I ramble on for hours. This is what I do. So I do too much of this.
You're good at it.
Dude, this is going to be the Jordan episode. But we were literally just watching you because of, I guess, even so Susie came, they picked me up from the airport on Sunday.
Nice.
Coolest thing ever. The kids running up to
Love that.
it's the best. Oh, the best.
There's no feeling like your children running up to you.
Nothing. And we're in the car and I was just like, oh, how's the day so far? Great. She's like, dude, Jordan broke a mirror on stage. Like, it was incredible. So I was like, okay. And then I think she said it to me, or like she knew right away or something, or maybe it was the next day. And I was like, I looked for it and wasn't on.
Yeah.
So she goes, something happened. And dude, we've been talking a lot behind the scenes about it's a big transition.
What
happened was.
Okay. So Connor is one of our high school students at Warner, and he's awesome. He's great. I've actually put him in a hired role for our streaming.
Connor.
He's doing awesome. He's doing phenomenal. This was not something he could control. The network crashed on the computer.
Like the Wi-Fi? Or
yeah. Well, we run it hard line
sure.
into the computer just so we don't have issues. But something happened, and we had no network signal, and so we weren't streaming live, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
But the fail-safe is usually the stream, and I can upload it later.
Yeah.
But I got to it late because it was spliced into multiple sections because Connor reset the computer to try and fix the network.
Yeah.
And therefore it stopped recording. So there's a portion of the sermon.
I'm watching it. I missed the glass.
Yeah, when I broke the mirror.
That's where I was getting
literally when I broke it, like that part's cut out.
So it's so funny. I'm thinking, I'm watching it. We're driving around town today. I'm dropping off my dry cleaner. I'm like, broken. I know Susie was like so pumped that you broke this glass mirror and the thing, and you have like this great speech and story behind it. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch it. Then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you're eating a banana. I'm like, what? I see glasses broken here. I'm like, did he? Like, what happened? So that's it. It was a
people that haven't
like
seen the sermon are like, what kind of sermon is this? He's breaking things. He's eating a banana. Like, what's going on? Like, what is even happening?
Who was that comedian back in the day? He would like break watermelons on stage. He had like curly hair.
Oh, the ginger guy?
No, that's Carrot Top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Carrot Top. There was like, I'm talking about like an 80s guy. There's
I have no clue. See, no, that's before me.
Yeah, your dad's watching. He's like, he nails it.
That's before me. I don't know about that.
It looked amazing. So I'm probably like 22 minutes into it, and I have a great thing on it too.
Yeah.
You're saying it, I'm like, dude, Jordan nailed something for me there. But how did that? Did you ever see that process on stage before, or that was just a Jordan original? How did that come to be?
So I did preach this sermon before almost a year ago in chapel, but I didn't like pull it from anybody. Like it was an idea that I had. And because the idea is that we bear the image of God, right?
Right.
So we represent, for the sermon's purpose, we represent the mirrors. And I have 3 mirrors on stage, if you haven't seen it. I have 3 mirrors on stage, and I try to describe what happened in the scene of the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve sinned against God.
Right.
And what it did to the image is it distorted and it fractured the image of God. It fractured creation. And so I literally will like break the mirror. These are different mirrors than I had last time. These are like larger easel mirrors.
Yeah.
And so it took me like 5 hits with the hammer, and I didn't tell our security beforehand. And so like the security guy after church was like, hey dude, like I almost rushed up there with my weapon drawn, like, cause I thought somebody was shooting. And I was just like, oh man, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He was like, I came in, and he's just like, on the side there, he came in, and he's like, then I realized no one was moving around. I thought, and then I looked up, and you're up on the stage with a hammer, and I was like, yeah, sorry bro, my bad. I should have told you.
Yeah.
But so I break the mirror. Wow. And I'm like, this is actually the way we function without Jesus. We're broken. We don't properly bear the image of God. We don't work the way we were created to work. And in our broken state, like we try to identify with all these other things. Like we'll identify as like, this is my work, or I'm a podcaster, or I'm a pastor, or I'm a social media influencer, or whatever you do. We identify with those things, and God wants you to first identify in Him. Like you were created for His glory. You were created to enjoy Him. And so then the second mirror is that you were born again. Like God gives you a new heart. Like Jesus said that you won't enter the kingdom of heaven unless you are born again. And so you have this new life, right? You have this brand new life. And then the banana is like me talking about how even when we're Christians, sometimes we settle for what the world has for us.
Yeah, that's where I'm okay. I'm going to sit in that one for a second with you.
Yeah,
I'm going to sit, because that's where my guiltiest is. It's and I'm so happy of where I am at right now, and still growing exponentially day after day, hour after hour. But still, it's like, man, like a couple analogies you even used about like, you watch this show or what this and fruits of this. And it's like, I go out and I'm like, man, I love my car. I love it. But I'm like, did I need that car? I could have maybe got something less, and maybe, not even that, like not even trying to go there with it. It's not even about me per se, but like as in general, like should I donate more? Should I have done something different in that? And so I got to sit in that one and do some.
Well, we all do. Yeah. And I think that's the point I tried to make is that, I'm not trying to beat any one person up about it.
Right.
I think I had expressed on Sunday that this isn't just a problem for people in our congregation. It's a problem for me, and it's a problem for everybody.
Yeah.
Is that what we do is we resign to choosing the fruit of the world instead of feeding the Spirit in our lives. And this happens all the time, and we need to be saved from our sinfulness.
Yeah.
We need Jesus to do this work in us of sanctification. And if we would just, trust him for that, he will make us holy. Like he'll work on us, and he'll give us those little convictions, where like we'll look back on decisions we've made and we'll go, oh, I wish I had done that differently. And guess what? You'll have an opportunity to do it differently.
And that's what
God's gracious that way.
Yeah, it's amazing you say that. I totally 10 times fold. It's amazing that somehow, some way, that same opportunity or the same example will come up again. Mm-hmm. Like it's funny how the Lord will put you back into that spot and be like, hey, have you grown? Have you learned the lesson? Have you, whatever the case may be? Yeah. And it's not eerie, but I think it's his doing of like, hey, if you worked on it, you prayed on it, that's where you're trying to go. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Let's now act on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Dude, I got a great story, but like not a story, but like just a general thing. But I want you to keep on going on yours. Keep on the mirrors.
Where are we at? We're at the fruit of the world, and the Lord picks us back up. Like I think I had mentioned Jones, like when Jones is an infant and he's learning how to walk and he's falling over, I'm not gonna get upset at him for falling over. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think the analogy, it's not perfect, but it should show people that like the Lord just wants you to get back up when you fall over, and he'll dust you off, and he's like, come on, try again.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of Proverbs when it says that a righteous man falls 6 times, but he rises 7. And the truth is that the Lord wants you he knows you're going to fall, and he knows you're going to falter, and you're not perfect. And then the third mirror represents that we have an eternal hope, that he's going to perfect us, that there won't be any blemishes on us, that he's going to make all things right. He's going to restore us. He's going to recreate us. He's going to make every tear go away. He's going to, judge the wicked. He's going to take care of like every injustice that has happened, right? And he's going to overwhelm us with his presence and his glory and his joy, and that's just the hope we have.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
It's I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, I think it's called Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds in it. Uh-huh. It's like almost like a tiny, like 2% reminds me of it. It's like, we're just gonna be like walking down a beautiful street. It's gonna be like California weather. It's just gonna be perfect. And it's so like, perfect. Hey, I just I want an Einstein bagel, and it's like an Einstein bagel is gonna show up, and it's just like, man,
Jesus will be like, you've never had these bagels, try this.
Yeah, it's gonna be Weinstein or something, and then like you don't have to unlock your car. I mean, you don't have to lock your car, just walk down.
Yeah,
it's pretty. I don't know if you ever do this. I get like giddy thinking about what it is going to be or look like or feel or like, is there going to be time? Is it going to be like,
time. Well, we don't know what that's like either. Yeah, like we can't fathom that at all. And that's, I think, the part about eternity that really like kind of scares people, and even Christians. Like I talked about Jesus coming back in the sermon, and I said, I hope if you're a Christian that doesn't scare you, because it should be something we look forward to with hope.
Oh, yeah.
But I think because of we don't have the understanding, and that's the part that scares us, is the mystery of it.
Yeah.
But whenever we're afraid of things, even things that God promises to us that are good, when we don't understand those things and it causes us to fear, we need to remember the character of God, that he is infinitely good. He's perfect. he wouldn't do things to us and for us that would ever be bad for us.
Right.
And so it's going to be awesome. It's going to be better than we could ever describe or
Yeah,
fathom.
there's going to be no words, literally no words.
Yeah.
It's whatever your highlight or your best thing, well, it's just going to be that.
100%.
Yeah, infinity.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
To infinity and beyond.
I guess another side, why almost more a Christian question. When does school start? We're getting back into it quickly.
School starts a week from Thursday. Wow. So
yeah, we are
wild. It's here we go. It's time. And then I officially I won't be free on Thursday mornings because I'll be doing chapels. So we're back into it, and I love it. I love chapels. Chapels are great.
Yeah.
Like we take the volume of that room and we go boom, and it was just like
that's
boom, 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 just like let's turn the subs up. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's like a full-on youth service for chapel.
Love it. My little thing, and you're gonna love this, I think, because we talked about some like this, and I don't know, it's something definitely it's been put like on my, I wouldn't say shoulders, or been put on just in front of me, and it's like I love it. I'm so like honored, and I'm taking it, and I'm like, hey, anytime that I can go to these shows, I rarely do. That's coming more often, which is a grace of God.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this off air. It's amazing the run I'm on. It's so funny when you give back or pray on it, or like, hey, I'm going all in with this.
Yeah.
You'll get 10 things back tenfold.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So
Yeah.
that's a testimony on that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then what that testimony is, so now I'm going on these little mini trips and and it's just been a couple in a row kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing that people that are at these shows, amateur or professional fighters, mixed martial artists, and they like see me and they kind of know who I am. And then we start talking a little bit, and then, they bring up, they'll throw up Whitechapel or church chats, or dude, one guy, he's like, he said, it's what song? Cause I feel like on my stories, I put like, at least every couple of days, I put like a different, my song of the week. And right now is the one that I'm just loving, people, God will provide.
Yeah.
I'm just,
come on.
It's on a loop right now. It's on a loop.
So good.
So a fighter came and talked to me about that song, and he's like, dude, he's like, I love that song. I was like, dude, my buddy, Pastor Jordan, like played it for me. And I said, Miss Lucy was like, around 2 weeks ago was the first time I ever heard it. And I'm like, I'm listening live. And I was like, I know it sounds, listening to it live for the first time from my buddy Jordan, it's always the best. Like it doesn't compare like listening to it through the radio or through like Apple, anything of that nature. So hand it through you guys first, and then like now getting it, and it becomes on my loop. It's amazing. So we talked about this song for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's a room, and it's, how do I say this? It's like, it's probably, people think maybe like people that drive Harley Davidsons or people that are professional fighters, they might think that they're hard or tough. And they are. Most of them are. But a lot of them do have great hearts, great souls. And it's amazing that some of them, like, it's 40 people are in this room, and it's me and him, or we're talking about God will provide song.
And you don't realize like where people are at. Like, you take somebody at face value.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that their heart's turned towards the Lord.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Yeah. And it's so cool. And it's like, man, like, like, it's just like, it's a weird quidink-a-dink, or maybe not, or like you said, God always has a plan. It's like, hey, I want to do this. I want to work and maybe make this on the weekends and like provide. Yeah. I'm like, God, I want to do this. Okay, cool. I'm going to give you all these fruitful opportunities. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, cool. Now I'm here, and it's like, boom, a guy comes up to me, and then he's talking to me about God and the song. Yeah. It's like, you see here, like, this is kind of like, it's amazing.
God's gonna put you in places where you're gonna have the opportunity to speak for God,
right,
in these places.
And I feel, and I tell you this all the time, I feel so what's the word? Undermatched, underqualified. You know, and I do, and I just try to be like a great listener, and two, just a like I tell you, like a hype man. Like, oh no, it's the best. This is the best song. I love this song, and like we'll talk about it, and it almost comes up like. Usually they will kind of almost in a weird way quickly tell me their kind of like story or quick testimony. It's like, yeah, now I believe because of this, and it's like just so cool. And it's like probably like if you were there, you would have been like you would have just lined it up and it had a home run.
It couldn't happen with me. You know, the way that you're doing it is the way that it has to happen.
That's true.
And
I guess
that's the thing is like with anyone that's listening too is like you have a role you're supposed to play in all of this, and it becomes a cliche that we say a lot in Christianity, but God will qualify you for the calling that he has placed upon your life. He doesn't, like people will say it this way, God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Right. And I'm
going to use that one.
Use it, man. Because you are qualified. The thing is Jesus's whole ministry, he's picking guys that are to follow him that have no business following him. Right. Like these guys that are fishermen and tax collectors and doctors. Right. It's like, why didn't he go to the religious institution and find some Pharisees that knew the scriptures back and forth? Right. He didn't. And he has his own purposes for that. But I think that for the most part, it's because when we see God do something through somebody that you wouldn't expect to see something,
it's a bigger impact.
All the glory goes to God.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
When you go, I feel uncomfortable. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't feel qualified to share the gospel. But when you share your testimony and somebody goes, you know what? That's awesome. That's really lighting my heart up about the Lord.
Yeah.
God's getting the glory for that. It's sick.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, man.
Thanks, man. I know you we've it's been a couple of times. It's happened 2 or 3 times over this summer, and it's just been like mind blowing. Cool. It's just wild. It's amazing how everything is just like lining up and ascending, and just like you said, just all the. It's
it's like you're in the slipstream. You're right there. Yeah. You're drafting behind Dale Earnhardt Jr. or something. Wow. You're like right there. You're in the flow.
I'm in the flow state right now for sure. Are you an Olympic guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always have been.
Yeah, I love the Olympics. Yeah. Love it. So when I was gone, I kind of missed the very beginning. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you miss the beginning of anything, if you miss like the first 5 minutes of the movie, you feel like
you're like I'm so behind.
Yeah, I'm behind the whole thing. Like, but you're probably okay. Yeah. But I just feel behind. I missed LeBron holding the flag and like the rain, so I missed it. I saw it on socials, but I missed it. But Peacock streaming is doing such a great job. Like they have so many shows, and it's just 24/7.
Yeah.
Watching it in the morning, in the night, and the girls are watching it with me. It's been so cool. I'm just like, I love it. I'm amazing. all in.
Nobody's ever more proud to be an American than win the Olympics.
It's like,
we're just like, yeah.
It's like assassination attempt, Olympics, we're turned up. 12, here we go.
Politics, let's not get into it. Let's talk about the Olympics.
Yeah. I loved it.
Let's talk about how we beat up Serbia pretty bad in basketball.
Yeah, those guys don't stand a chance, and we feel great about it. Oh man, it's been awesome. It's been cool. Just some of the views, like the pictures, some of like the visuals have been amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That volleyball court in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that surfer guy with the picture. He's floating over the ocean.
It looks Photoshop.
Yeah.
It looks like they placed him there and then they stuck the surfboard over there. It looks like it looks like a bad Photoshop, and it's a real photo.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you haven't seen it, go
put the photo right here. Boom. Doesn't that look fake? It looks fake.
Yeah. Amazing.
Don't have to do that in post now. That's amazing. It's so good.
I know, yeah. Oh, man. Awesome. Dude, this is such a cool room, too, by the way. This is amazing.
For anybody that doesn't know, this is my office. I share this office with Brooke, except she's been kind of displaced. I took her desk over.
Dude, so you have this beautiful picture over your right shoulder. right shoulder.
Is that my wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to get a picture of Susie and put it like right here.
We got to get, yeah.
Would that be awesome?
Yeah.
And then are we allowed to tell people what we're doing tonight?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So tonight we are so excited.
Yeah.
We're so pumped. We always love doing it.
Dinner tonight.
Yeah, we're getting some grub tonight. I love blending the families, and we woke up excited. My boy Colin's like, so what are we eating tonight? It's like, dude, we're doing pasta. And Susie's a master pasta chef. I hear the rumor on the street is that Miss Brooke is bringing some bread over.
It's the rumor on the street. It's I might have seen some things being prepared this morning.
Woo!
You know,
maybe cutting up a little
I
garlic
don't know.
bread.
Maybe there's a little analogy in there for being prepared. I don't know, but it's really good. I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah,
we're gonna have some fresh baked sourdough garlic bread and some pasta. Oh, praise the Lord! And this is, I think, is the reminder for everybody that's watching is to just have a meal with somebody.
We say it all the time.
Like, have some dinner.
I'm so excited that I saw you guys with Jarrett and April yesterday.
Yeah,
right? I love it.
It was that was Saturday. Yeah, so that was a great day. We went to Tampa.
So cool.
It was beautiful out there.
Looks like you guys had a meal of a lifetime.
Dude, that meal, if you guys have the means to get over to Tampa and go to the Oxford Exchange, it's amazing. The food is incredible.
I saw one plate. One plate could have fed 18 people, but it was one plate of pancakes with the strawberries. Whose plate was that?
That was Brooke's. And we all, she cut it into fourths, and we all had the pancakes. And there was this, I don't know what it was, a butterscotch,
a drizzle
on the top. And then the syrup was divine. I don't know. It was so good. Food is great. And the Lord gave it to us to enjoy and to just share a meal with somebody, break bread with somebody. And I feel like when you're eating a meal and you talk to somebody, there's nothing like it. Right?
Yeah. And it should be done more often. Yeah. You should connect.
And not just with your best friends, but maybe with people you don't fully understand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let somebody talk to you.
Get to learn differences are great. Get to learn why they think this way or feel this way or whatever the case may be.
Or
understanding's good.
Yeah. Or multi-generational, boomers take Gen Z out to coffee,
I don't know what any of that meant, but that's amazing. Boomers take Gen Z out to coffee. Yeah. I love it. Dude, we had Miss Lucy over the house Friday. She was
babysitter extraordinaire.
Yeah, just whipping, snapping those kids around. Dude, she is an angel sent from above. She is amazing. But yeah, I was out of town. Dylan and Susie had a play. They went to go see Beauty and the Beast live in DeLand, which was great.
Nice.
They said they had the best time.
Yeah.
And Lucy goes, okay, so 4 kids maybe is not on my radar, okay? Taylor's running around. Taylor, she said Emmy was a breeze. I was like, yeah, of course.
Well, usually you don't just go from 0 to 4.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There is one family in our church that went from 0 to 5 out of nowhere.
That is true, yeah.
God bless you guys.
That's amazing.
But that's pretty rare, I would say.
And I think we did talk to them one time. They weren't young. They were kids.
Yeah.
That's
only one was young.
Right. Yeah. Taylor she counts as 5, just by herself. She counts it.
She's a spitfire, man. Yeah.
But then it's so funny when she's older, she's gonna probably be the best behaved. We do say she is right now as the kid. She's the monarch of the family. When it's time for dinner, she'll be like, "Table, guys!"
Garçon.
Yeah, family time at the dinner table.
Let's go, everybody.
Yeah. Our 4.5-year-old girl, she's like, table, let's get there. So crazy. Awesome. All right. I saw it. We got to 30 minutes. We talked about it. I'm pretty good at that.
That's really good, especially this is our first time we've ever had a timer there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was doing that.
I saw it at 26, and I was like, okay, what can I do for 4 minutes?
It's okay,
and I made
we
it
can
work.
Just, whatever. I give the people what they want. Commercial-free, 30-minute episode.
Wait, they're not paying for this?
You're not paying for this?
There's not a...
Is no one getting paid for this? All right, we're going to start doing ads. Dude, present your ads to me.
Oh, I'm going to surprise Jordan with this later, but I'm going to give him a spoiler alert now. We just got a new sponsor over at Fipenaz. A coffee sponsor.
Bro.
Jordan, I've been working on this
Are you going to hit me up?
5 years. Yeah, I got you a coffee bag.
Oh!
Brother. Spoiler alert. Yeah.
My love language.
Yeah, I know. I've been working on this forever. So after this, we gotta convert him to church chats because we will get a sponsor one day here at Church Chats. But I'm so pumped, dude. You get a bag of coffee when you come over to the house tonight.
Yes, I feel privileged. I'm excited.
It's like,
guys, I gotta leave. I gotta go to Dave's right now.
Dinner starts now, 11:20.
Go to it right now.
Love it.
Okay, well, this has been episode 16 of Church Chats. Thank you for watching. We love you. We'll see you on Sunday. Have a blessed week. Oh, we did it. That felt like the easiest one, like of all time.
Dude.